Welcome to a journey through the mind of Carl Jung. Dive into the depths where psychology meets spirituality, revealing truths about human faith and experience. Carl Gustav Jung, a pivotal figure in 20th century psychology, changed the way we think about the human mind. Born in Switzerland in 1875, Jung initially worked alongside Sigmund Freud. While Freud focused primarily on the sexual underpinnings of behavior, Jung took a different path. He believed that the psyche was far more complex and enriched by a tapestry of symbols and myths. Jung's approach to the mind was holistic, integrating both the conscious and the unconscious. This broadened perspective helped him explore the relationship between faith and psychology. Jung saw religious experiences not merely as products of culture or learned behavior. Instead, he argued that they originate from within the psyche itself. According to Jung, these experiences are manifestations of archetypes. Archetypes are innate, universal symbols residing in what he termed the collective unconscious. This concept of the collective unconscious suggests that all humans share a set of psychological structures. These structures shape how we perceive the world and interact with it. For Jung, archetypes are the building blocks of the psyche. They are not directly observable but manifest through recurring themes in mythology, religion, and dreams. Each archetype carries with it profound meaning and emotional power. For instance, the archetype of the wise old man or the nurturing mother appears across different cultures and epochs. These figures are not just characters in tales but represent deeper psychological truths. Religious experiences, Jung suggested, arise when these archetypal symbols resonate within us. They evoke powerful emotions and insights, creating a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. Jung believed this connection was not a product of blind faith, but a profound engagement with the archetypal layers of the psyche. This perspective challenges the traditional view that religious experiences are purely external or cultural phenomena. Instead, they become deeply personal, rooted in the very structure of our minds. Jung's interest in archetypes also extended to dreams. He saw dreams as a direct line to the unconscious, rich with symbols waiting to be interpreted. In dreams, archetypes reveal themselves, offering guidance and insight. They challenge us to confront aspects of our psyche that we might otherwise ignore. Myths, too, for Jung, are expressions of these same archetypal energies. They are narratives that have evolved to embody timeless truths about human nature. Consider the hero's journey, a narrative found in countless myths across the world. This story arc, according to Jung, mirrors the individual's quest for self-discovery and actualization. It is an archetypal pattern that resonates because it speaks to our deepest struggles and aspirations. Through myths and dreams, Jung believed we access a reservoir of wisdom that transcends time and culture. Critics often challenge Jung's blending of psychology with mysticism and spirituality. They argue that his concepts lack empirical rigor and blur the boundaries of science. Yet, Jung defended his approach passionately. He would argue that the mysteries of the psyche cannot be fully measured or quantified. Jung often emphasized the therapeutic value of spiritual experiences. He believed that engaging with the numinous, that which inspires awe, is vital for psychological well-being. Spirituality, for Jung, was not just about belief in higher powers or deities. It was about the profound sense of meaning and purpose that arises when we connect with our inner world. By acknowledging the spiritual dimension of life, Jung argued, we could heal psychological wounds. This healing process taps into the transformative power of archetypal experiences. Jung saw this as essential for achieving a balanced and integrated personality. Through his work, Jung invites us to reconsider the role of symbols and myths in shaping our beliefs. He challenges us to look within and explore how deeply embedded archetypal images influence our understanding of the world. This exploration, according to Jung, is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is a journey toward wholeness, revealing the interconnectedness of all aspects of the human experience. As we navigate this intricate landscape, we begin to see that faith is not blind. It is an archetypal experience deeply woven into the fabric of our psyche. Critics often challenge Jung's blending of psychology with mysticism and spirituality. They argue that his concepts lack empirical rigor and blur the boundaries of science. Yet, Jung defended his approach passionately. He would argue that the mysteries of the psyche cannot be fully measured or quantified. Jung often emphasized the therapeutic value of spiritual experiences. He believed that engaging with the numinous, that which inspires awe, is vital for psychological well-being. Spirituality, for Jung, was not just about belief in higher powers or deities. It was about the profound sense of meaning and purpose that arises when we connect with our inner world. By acknowledging the spiritual dimension of life, Jung argued, we could heal psychological wounds. This healing process taps into the transformative power of archetypal experiences. Jung saw this as essential for achieving a balanced and integrated personality. Through his work, Jung invites us to reconsider the role of symbols and myths in shaping our beliefs. He challenges us to look within and explore how deeply embedded archetypal images influence our understanding of the world. This exploration, according to Jung, is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is a journey toward wholeness, revealing the interconnectedness of all aspects of the human experience. As we navigate this intricate landscape, we begin to see that faith is not blind. It is an archetypal experience deeply woven into the fabric of our psyche. Jung's synthesis of psychology and spirituality invites us to question how deeply embedded symbols influence our beliefs. He encourages a dialogue between the rational mind and the intuitive insights of the unconscious. This dialogue, he believed, fosters personal growth and transformation. To engage with our inner world, Jung proposed techniques such as active imagination. This method involves consciously interacting with the images and symbols that arise within us. By doing so, we tap into the rich reservoir of archetypal wisdom. This process can lead to profound insights and emotional healing. In exploring the depths of the psyche, Jung also highlighted the importance of individuation. This is the process of becoming the person we are meant to be. Individuation involves integrating the various parts of the self, both conscious and unconscious. It is a journey of self-discovery and personal development. Jung believed that myths and religious narratives provide valuable guidance on this journey. They offer symbolic roadmaps that help us navigate the challenges of life. By engaging with these stories, we can gain new perspectives on our own experiences. We can find meaning and purpose even in the face of adversity. Despite the criticisms, Jung's work continues to inspire those seeking a deeper understanding of the human condition. His ideas resonate with those who feel that there is more to life than meets the eye. Jung's legacy endures through his writings and the many who have followed in his footsteps. As we reflect on Jung's profound inquiry into faith and archetypal experience, we are reminded of the richness of the inner world. It is a world filled with symbols and images that speak to our deepest selves. By exploring this world, we embark on a journey of healing and transformation. In doing so, we honor the complexity and mystery of the human psyche. We open ourselves to new possibilities and insights. We embrace the spiritual dimension of life and the wisdom it offers. This is the essence of Jung's vision, a vision that invites us to live more fully and authentically. Join us next time as we delve into another great thinker's perspectives on faith and the human condition. We hope you will continue this journey with us, exploring the rich tapestry of ideas that shape our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Until then, may you find inspiration and insight in the depths of your own psyche. Thank you for listening, and take care. The exploration of the inner world as described by Jung is not without its complexities and challenges. While his approach provides a compelling framework for understanding the psyche, it also invites skepticism. Critics have often questioned the scientific rigor of Jung's theories. Unlike empirical sciences, his concepts like archetypes and the collective unconscious lack direct, observable evidence. This, however, does not diminish their explanatory power for many who find resonance in his work. One of the concrete examples of Jung's influence can be seen in how modern psychology and psychotherapy integrate his ideas. Techniques such as dream analysis and art therapy draw heavily on Jungian principles. These methods are used to unlock unconscious content, facilitating healing and personal growth. For instance, a person struggling with recurring dreams might find insight through symbolic interpretation, revealing underlying fears or desires that are not immediately apparent in their waking life. Historically, Jung's work emerged in the early 20th century, a time characterized by rapid scientific advancement and a waning reliance on traditional religious structures. This period saw individuals searching for new ways to find meaning in their lives. Jung provided a bridge between science and spirituality. His approach suggested that the two could coexist, offering a holistic view of human experience. This was a radical departure from the more mechanistic views of human behavior prevalent in the psychological community of the time, such as those espoused by Freud. Freud, a contemporary and at times a rival of Jung, emphasized the sexual and instinctual drives as the primary forces shaping human behavior. In contrast, Jung proposed that spiritual pursuits and the quest for meaning were equally fundamental. He saw the libido not just as sexual energy but as a broader life force. Jung's concept of individuation, as the process of integrating the self, offered a counterpoint to Freud's focus on the pleasure principle. It suggested that the ultimate goal of life was not merely to satisfy desires, but to achieve a deeper understanding of oneself. Despite this, some argue that Jung's ideas can be too esoteric, making them difficult to apply practically. Critics suggest that the subjective nature of his analyses makes them hard to validate or refute. Jung's response to such criticism was that the subjective experience is crucial to understanding the psyche. He maintained that personal and cultural symbols hold significant meaning that cannot always be quantified, but must be experienced. Moreover, Jung's ideas have faced reinterpretation and expansion in contemporary culture. The New Age movement, for instance, has embraced his ideas about synchronicity and spirituality, though often in ways that diverge from Jung's original intent. Synchronicity, or the concept of meaningful coincidences, highlights how events in the external world can reflect internal psychological states. This concept has been both celebrated and criticized for its perceived lack of scientific grounding. In addressing objections, Jung argued that the value of his work lies in its practical application to individuals' lives, rather than its adherence to traditional scientific criteria. He believed the psyche's complexities demand approaches that transcend conventional scientific methodologies. For Jung, the richness of the symbolic life is integral to psychological health. He saw the engagement with myths not as an escape from reality, but as a tool for personal and collective understanding. Jung's profound insights into the psyche continue to inspire those grappling with existential questions. His idea that every individual possesses a unique potential that can be realized through self-exploration resonates today. The process of confronting and integrating our shadows, the parts of ourselves that we keep hidden, remains a potent metaphor for personal development. In modern society, where technology often outpaces our understanding of its impact on human experience, Jung's call to balance the rational with the spiritual is ever relevant. As people increasingly seek meaning in a world dominated by materialism, Jung's vision offers a path toward a more integrated and fulfilling existence. Thus, exploring Jung's work is not merely an academic exercise, but an invitation to embark on a personal journey. It is an exploration of the self that recognizes the complexity and richness of human life. By embracing this vision, we open ourselves to a fuller experience of who we are and what we might become. In the words of Jung himself, who looks outside, dreams; who looks inside, awakes. This encapsulates the journey toward individuation and the realization of the self, a journey as pertinent now as it was in Jung's time. To delve deeper into Jung's philosophy, consider the concept of archetypes. Jung proposed that archetypes are universal, archaic symbols and images that derive from the collective unconscious. This idea has profound implications for understanding human behavior across different cultures and time periods. For example, the hero archetype appears in myths and stories worldwide. From Hercules to modern superheroes, this archetype embodies the struggle and triumph over adversity. Jung saw archetypes as patterns of behavior that shape our experiences and influence the stories we tell about ourselves and the world. Critics of Jung's archetypes argue that they lack empirical evidence and are too abstract to have practical utility. Some psychologists, such as Sigmund Freud, focused more on the personal unconscious and the role of repressed memories. Jung, however, emphasized the collective dimension shared by all humans. He argued that archetypes are not inherited ideas, but rather predispositions to experience and interpret life in particular ways. This understanding allows for a broader exploration of cultural and personal narratives. In addition to archetypes, Jung's theory of the psychological types, which later influenced the development of personality assessments like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, showcases his practical impact. Jung identified two primary attitudes: extroversion and introversion, and four functions: thinking, feeling, sensation, and intuition. These combinations create distinct personality profiles that help individuals understand their preferences and interactions with the world. Some contemporary psychologists question the scientific validity of these personality types, pointing to a lack of consistent predictive power. In response, Jung would likely emphasize the descriptive rather than prescriptive nature of his types. He saw them as tools for personal insight, not rigid classifications. For Jung, understanding one's psychological type was a step toward achieving individuation, or the process of becoming whole. Historically, Jung's work emerged in a period marked by immense change. The early 20th century was rife with technological advancements and shifting social norms. In this context, Jung's emphasis on the spiritual and symbolic aspects of life offered a counterbalance to the era's growing materialism. His work resonated with those seeking deeper meaning amidst the upheaval. The rise of existential philosophy and humanistic psychology can be seen as part of a broader movement that sought to address similar issues. Jung's concept of the shadow, representing the unconscious aspect of the personality that the conscious ego does not identify, also offers valuable insights. He believed acknowledging and integrating the shadow is essential for personal growth. This process involves facing uncomfortable truths about oneself and recognizing one's potential for both good and evil. The shadow is not merely a repository of hidden desires, but a source of creativity and vitality when embraced. Critics argue that Jung's focus on the dark aspects of the psyche could reinforce negative behaviors or lead to introspection without resolution. Yet, Jung contended that repression of the shadow results in a fragmented self. He posited that bringing the shadow to light is necessary for achieving personal harmony. The shadow's integration fosters a fuller understanding of oneself and a more authentic engagement with others. In contemporary times, Jung's insights have found relevance in various fields, including psychotherapy, literature, and even corporate leadership. In therapy, techniques inspired by Jung, such as dream analysis and art therapy, encourage individuals to explore their unconscious mind. In literature, Jungian analysis offers a lens through which to interpret themes and characters, bringing to light the deeper psychological underpinnings of narratives. In the realm of leadership, Jung's ideas have been used to develop more empathetic and self-aware leaders. Understanding one's psychological type and shadow aids leaders in managing teams with diverse personalities and motivations. This approach contrasts with more mechanistic models of leadership, emphasizing the human and relational aspects of organizational dynamics. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, the existential dilemmas that Jung addressed persist. The search for meaning, identity, and connection remain central to the human experience. Jung's vision, with its focus on self-discovery and integration, continues to offer a pathway through these enduring questions. The journey Jung invites us on is one of depth and introspection, challenging us to look inward and embrace the full spectrum of our humanity. By doing so, we not only awaken to our individual potential, but also contribute to the collective evolution of society. To illustrate the enduring relevance of Jung's ideas, consider the resurgence of interest in personal development and mindfulness practices. Many contemporary self-help movements echo Jung's call for introspection and integration of all aspects of the self. For instance, practices like mindfulness meditation encourage individuals to observe their thoughts and feelings without judgment. This mirrors Jung's emphasis on acknowledging the shadow rather than repressing it. By allowing ourselves to witness our inner world, we create the space for transformation and healing. Historically, Jung developed his theories during a time of profound societal change. The early 20th century was marked by world wars, technological advancements, and shifts in traditional values. Amidst this turmoil, Jung's focus on the inner life offered a refuge and a guide. His work resonated particularly during the interwar period, a time when existential angst and disillusionment were widespread. In this climate, Jung's ideas of self-exploration and wholeness provided a counter-narrative to despair, suggesting that individuals could find meaning through an inward journey. Jung's influence also extended into the arts and humanities. The Surrealist movement, for instance, shared Jung's fascination with the unconscious. Artists like Salvador Dali and André Breton explored dreamlike imagery and the irrational, aligning with Jung's belief in the power of the unconscious mind. Jung's notion of archetypes, universal symbols and motifs found across cultures, deeply informed literary criticism and theory. His ideas helped scholars and writers understand the universal themes that resonate through myth, folklore, and literature. Despite his widespread influence, Jung's theories have faced significant challenges. Some critics argue that his concepts lack empirical rigor and are difficult to test scientifically. Popper's criterion of falsifiability, for example, questions the scientific validity of psychoanalytic theories, including Jung. To these critiques, Jung might have responded by emphasizing the symbolic and interpretative nature of his work. He saw psychology as an art as well as a science, valuing personal and subjective insights. Another criticism focuses on the cultural specificity of Jung's archetypes. Critics argue that his archetypal images, drawn largely from Western traditions, may not resonate universally. Jung acknowledged the cultural dimensions of his work and encouraged the exploration of diverse mythologies and symbols. He saw his archetypes not as rigid molds but as flexible frameworks that could be enriched by various cultural contexts. In response to the claim that his focus on the individual might overlook social and political dimensions, Jung emphasized the interconnectedness of personal and collective consciousness. He believed that personal transformation contributes to societal evolution. For Jung, the individual's journey toward wholeness has implications beyond the self, impacting the broader community. This view aligns with later developments in psychology that consider the social context of individual behavior. Jung's ideas have also evolved through contemporary interpretations and applications. Psychology, for instance, integrates Jungian concepts with environmental awareness, exploring how the individual's psyche relates to the natural world. This emerging field draws on Jung's idea of a collective unconscious, suggesting that our disconnection from nature reflects a deeper psychological alienation. By reconnecting with the earth and its rhythms, individuals may find healing and a sense of belonging, echoing Jung's call for integration and balance. In educational settings, Jungian theories have inspired approaches that foster creativity and emotional intelligence. Programs that focus on holistic development encourage students to engage not only with academic content, but also with their inner landscapes. By acknowledging emotions and fostering self-awareness, educators aim to nurture well-rounded individuals capable of critical thinking and empathy. Jung's legacy persists in the digital age, where the rapid pace of technological change presents new challenges for identity and meaning. Social media and virtual realities can amplify feelings of fragmentation and inauthenticity. Jung's teachings on individuation, the process of becoming one's true self, offer a counterbalance to these challenges. By focusing on personal growth and self-understanding, individuals can navigate the digital landscape with greater confidence and authenticity. In this context, the online proliferation of personality tests and self-assessment tools reflects a widespread desire for self-knowledge, echoing Jung's typology. While such tools are often simplified, they point to a collective interest in understanding personality and behavior. Jung's more nuanced approach encourages a deeper exploration beyond labels, inviting individuals to engage with the complexities of their psyche. Jung's vision, though born in a different era, remains a vital resource for addressing the challenges of modern life. His focus on the richness of the inner world encourages a journey toward self-discovery that is as relevant now as it was in his time. This journey, while deeply personal, holds the potential for broader social transformation, as individuals who are more aware and integrated can contribute positively to their communities. This enduring relevance underscores the timeless nature of Jung's insights, inviting us to continue exploring and integrating the depths of our being. In conclusion, Jung's teachings offer a compelling framework for navigating the complexities of modern life. His emphasis on individuation and self-awareness encourages a holistic approach to personal development. This process not only enhances individual well-being, but also fosters a more empathetic and connected society. As we face challenges in a rapidly changing world, Jung's vision provides a guide for achieving balance and authenticity. The journey of self-discovery, as championed by Jung, prompts us to question how we might integrate his insights into contemporary life. How can we apply his ideas to foster communities that value both individuality and collective harmony? This open question invites reflection on the potential for Jung's legacy to inspire meaningful change in diverse contexts. As we continue to explore the vast landscape of human experience, let us draw from Jung's wisdom to cultivate understanding and growth, both within ourselves and in our interactions with others. Join us next time as we delve into another philosophical inquiry, seeking to illuminate the path of personal and communal evolution.